Look, I like Idris Elba. I like Taraji P. Henson. I'll usually watch him in whatever movie you put him in, regardless of how bad it is. But come on, man. This? Really? Welcome to Time About the Movies, everybody. Today we are taking a look at a good chunk of movies this week. 5 films in particular for September 12, 2014. And sadly, this was the highest grossing of the new releases. Why? Why did you people make this a hit? I know some of you probably don't even remember this movie even existed. No Good Deed. I mean, with a title like No Good Deed, the most generic-ass title you could possibly imagine, who would remember this movie? You know, I mean, it felt like this movie existed so they can have the TV spot, the tagline for this movie be, no good deed goes unpunished. Ooh, like, you're not being clever with this at all. Just like the movie isn't being clever with anything whatsoever. So stop me if you've heard this inventive premise before, because oh my god, I can't believe how clever this is. A lonely mother invites a handsome car accident victim into her home. Desperate for a little attention, she doesn't realize she's entertaining a sociopathic yet charming escaped convict. In one terrifying night, her life completely changes as she fights for her own life and the lives of her children in No Good Deed. Genius! It's like it's been something that's never been done before. Oh wait. This has been done before. Several times. And, I mean, do I really need to dive more into this movie that hasn't already been said already? You know exactly where this is gonna go. And I don't care that they have Idris Elba and Taraji P. Henson in it. Give them something to do. Give them a good movie to work around with here. Give them a good script here. This writer is so well known, she has no Wikipedia page on her. Like, it's literally just black text. Sam Miller is a name that is somewhat relevant. I mean, look at his other movies he made. This is a guy that's directed such wonderful movies as Among Giants and Elephant Juice, and he was a narrator on Krakatoa The Last Days, and if anything, he's more relevant to Idris Elba because he directed episodes of Luther, the show that he was on. And, that's pretty much all you got for him. He's mostly known as a television director, but a good television director. I mean, he's directed some good stuff on TV. Snowpiercer, Daredevil, Luke Cage. So yeah, he's not a bad director here. The problem is just the film itself. I mean, even the best directors couldn't save this garbage here. And this is garbage. Like, I mean, this is... I don't even really need to delve more into this movie here because, yeah, it's about as generic as you're going to get. She's going to figure out who she is. She's going to end up saving the day by either killing him or sending him back to prison. And, yeah, what you think is going to happen is going to happen. It's just kind of like, why are we even here? And worst of all, the fact that this movie was a huge hit. Like, I mean, I'll give it this. It at least tells you that, hey, people go to see movies with these two actors in it, no matter how much you might not think about the movies being that good and all. I mean, it's good to see that Idris Elba and Taraji P. Henson have a loyal following to them. I mean, Henson's going to have a big success the following year with Empire, which is going to land her some Golden Globes and Emmy nominations as well. So at least there's that, but just give them better movies to work with here, people. I mean, seriously, give them better films to work with, for God's sakes, but... I digress. So let's go ahead and move on to a movie that really isn't any better than No Good Deed. It's a sequel that was made because solely and effectively the first movie was a massive hit, so bring on Dolphin Tale 2.
We don't know if dolphins feel friendship. It feels like they do. That's not a bad thing.
Dolphin Tale 2, rated PG. Advanced tickets on sale August 29th.
Unless these two dolphins are actually going to fuck on screen, there's no reason to watch this fucking movie, man. I mean... Did we really need a sequel to Dolphin Tale? I mean, really, what more could you add to the story except the fact that, oh, we've got another dolphin now that's gonna be in this movie, so that the people can go like, oh, it's cute that they're together, and that's literally the premise of this movie. It's the story of another dolphin at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium named Hope, and after Winter's elderly companion and surrogate mother Panama dies, Winter's future is in jeopardy unless Sawyer, Clay, Hazel, and the rest of the team from the first movie can find a new companion for her. And a lot of the same people are back from the first film. You got Harry Connick Jr. back, Ashley Judd, Nathan Gamble, Chris Christopherson, Morgan Freeman's back in this one here. I mean, this is pretty much the same film as the first movie all over again, except, we're throwing another dolphin in here. And yeah, it could be cute to watch the dolphins together on screen, but have a point to it, really. Like, this is a movie that is so bland and so generic that I would rather watch the terrible Zeus and Roxanne, because at least in that movie there's at least somewhat of an intriguing idea there with, if a dolphin and a dog becoming friends. It's just like, yeah, it's a terrible movie, but you know what? It's probably more enjoyable than it's more at least enjoyable in a so bad it's good level than this is. This is just bland schlock. I mean, this movie literally is the definition of a direct-to-video movie that was blown up on the big screen because we've got Harry Connick Jr., Ashley Judd, and Morgan Freeman involved in here. If these guys went back, you can guarantee that this thing would have went straight to DVD. There's no reason to put this on the big screen. It's not a good movie. It's not an entertaining film. The first movie was passable, and there's been other movies that are much better than this. Big Miracle was an underrated film that came out not too long after Dolphin Tale that didn't get the audience it deserved. It was I actually really enjoyed that movie a lot. This, how on the other hand, yeah, this is just meaningless fluff overall. It's just like, we're putting this out there for the kids before the good stuff comes out for the kids later on. I mean, we're going to have a good kids film coming up in just a little bit here in a couple of days' time, but this one, not so much. So, not much more to say about that one. Dolphin Tale 2. So, we're 0 for 2 so far, but we're going to be 1 for 2 after we're done with this next one here, because yes, this movie is absolutely amazing, and it's one you should definitely see. And that is The Drop.
Do you know whose money you're jacking?
James Gandolfini delivers authenticity and controlled menace
Find my money. Let me take care of it.
in his final film performance.
Are you doing something desperate?
The Drop, rated R, now playing.
And no, we're not talking about that piece of shit 2022 Mark Duplass Brothers comedy, if you want to even call it a comedy, where it was literally nothing but, this couple dropped a baby. That's the whole point of the movie. No, this isn't anything but that. This is the movie called The Drop. It follows a local bartender, Bob Saganowski, played by Tom Hardy, through a covert scheme of funneling cash to local gangsters, money drops, in the underworld of Brooklyn bars, under the heavy hand of his employer and cousin Mar, played by James Gandolfini, in his last full performance. Bob finds himself at the center of a robbery gone awry, and intertwined in an investigation that digs deep into the neighborhood's past, where friends, family, and foes all work together to make a living no matter the cost. You also have a cast that also includes Noomi Rapace and also Morgan Spector. Yes, Super Size Me guy has a role in this movie. You also have Ann Dowd, John Ortiz, Elizabeth Rodriguez. So there are some notable character names in here, and some names that are very surprising in general, specifically, the Super Size Me guy. This is, of course, also based off of a Dennis Lehane book. Dennis Lehane, of course, also gave us Gone Baby Gone and Shutter Island. All have made really good movies in general here, and this movie really is the complete opposite of what Cormac McCarthy's The Counselor was the year before, which was one of the worst movies of 2013. A great, gritty crime thriller that's all well acted, well executed, and more put together. And James Gandolfini, like I said, man, I mean, he was really just given that one by one after, The Sopranos ended, because he had 2 solid movies that nobody heard of. Enough Said the year before, which is great, and this one, which is just another reason why this guy was on such a hot streak in the final years of his life, and he could have really been on his way to becoming one of our great actors, who could have probably won Academy Awards for some of the performances he's been given, because, man, he knocks it out of the park in this movie. I mean, he's a force not to be messed with in this movie, and he works very well with Tom Hardy and Noomi Rapace and the rest of this cast as well. And yeah, it elevates the film above the typical crime drama of its kind. Yeah, there are times when it really does feel like we've kind of been here, but we've kind of been down this path before, but it never keeps you uninvested. It keeps you engulfed in what you're watching, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, it's a really, really damn good movie, and one that sadly was overlooked. It didn't do the best business when it came out, and it got good reviews and all, but unfortunately, it came and went and got completely shoved over by the Oscars and most awards in general. But it was a really, really damn good movie, and it's one that I highly, highly recommend checking out. If you want to see some of Tony Soprano's his best works overall as an actor, first watch Enough Said, then watch The Drop, because those 2 movies in particular really show that this guy was clearly on his way to becoming maybe one of our next great actors in general, in terms of maybe becoming an Academy Award winner, and just the things that he could have done after that point. But it never really worked out that way, unfortunately. And of course, he passed away the year before, and yeah, the rest is unfortunately history. So But definitely check out The Drop. It is one I highly recommend checking out indeed. Seek that one out if you haven't seen it already. So, we're 1 for 2. Now we're going to go to 1 and 3. Here's a look at Atlas Shrugged Part 3. Who is John Galt? Well, it's a very nice school project there, buddy, but can you make a good movie out of this? No, you're not. You're just going to make another pointless movie to yet another film that we can add as another series of films we can add as one of the most pointless trilogies of all time. So yeah, approaching collapse, the nation's economy is quickly eroding. As crime and fear takes over the countryside, the government continues to exert its brutal force against the nation's most productive, who are mysteriously vanishing, leaving behind a wake of despair. One man has the answers. One woman stands in his way. Some will stop at nothing to control him. Others will stop at nothing to save him. He swore by his life. They swore to find him. Who is John Galt? Well, whoever he is, he's not in this movie because, yeah, this is one. It's amazing how far this series has gone down to such a low. I mean, the first movie started off with at least some promise to it because it had actors like Taylor Schilling and Matthew Marsden in it, and John Polito and Michael Lerner. The second one, I believe, had Samantha Matheson and Esai Morales. This one, they don't have anybody in here. Like, the names in here, like, there's a couple of recognizable people in here. Greg German from Alan McBeal, Stephen Tobolowsky, but mostly character actors in general here. Rob Morrow from Northern Exposure. It's been a while since we've seen him in anything. But, and the biggest names of all, I can't believe they even got people like this. Ron Paul, Glenn Beck, Sean Hannity, they're in this movie. If that hasn't turned you away from this movie, then I don't know what will, man. Because, yeah, This is a stupid series of films based off of a book that maybe in the right hands could have been something where it could have worked out, but nope, not with this in general here. I feel like Officer Barbrady on South Park after watching these movies. I watched every bit of this piece of garbage, and because of this piece of shit, I'm never watching movies again. Completely not true, because I'm going to be watching movies anyway, but you get the idea. Like, it's pretty clear that this was never going to work as a movie, especially with the way that they did this. They did this whole thing as this big trilogy, and it just doesn't work at all. Like, every one of these movies gets worse and worse and worse with every single fucking film. Like, this is atrocious, man. This is absolutely 100% atrocious. And yeah, like I said, these films get worse and worse and worse as time goes on, and it's just, what more do I gotta say, man? It's a terrible, terrible fucking movie, man. It's absolutely awful. Just avoid these films like the plague. Seriously. Avoid them like the plague. So, with all that said, let's get back on a much more positive note with our last film, and that is Bill Hader and Kristen Wiig in the comedy The Skeleton Twins.
Tuesday and my version are totally different.
Awesome!
That's all you really need to do to sell the movie. Just have Bill Hader and Kristen Wiig start lip-syncing Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now by Starship, and I'm all in, baby. After 10 years of estrangement, twins Maggie and Milo coincidentally cheat death on the same day, prompting them to reunite and confront how their lives went so wrong. As the twins' reunion reinvigorates them both, they realize that the key to fixing their lives just may lie in fixing their relationship with each other. So yeah, this is a movie that's basically a brother and sister who've been separated for a long period of time and essentially have to come back together and figure out, how to get back to their old ways. And, it's very intriguing how this film works in general, because a lot of the stuff in this movie, even though it was a full script, was improvised by Bill Hader and Kristen Wiig, from what I heard about. But also you have a cast that also includes Luke Wilson, Ty Burrell, Joanna Gleason, Boyd Holbrook. Just a really good cast involved in this film, and it's a film that just works all across the board. It's a film that really is very funny. It also does a good job of balancing dramatic elements to it, showing that Bill Hader and Kristen Wiig have a lot of potential, not just as good comedic actors, but also can be good dramatic actors as well. And it really does lead into a lot of entertaining value all throughout the course of the film. It's a very entertaining film, and it works to show the true acting ranges of both Hader and Wig and showing what they can do in the future. And they have shown in the future in general. I mean, they've shown what they can do through various things. I mean, Bill Hader's been a great success on television, winning all those Emmys for Barry. And Kristen Wiig's been a nice actress who's ranged from being not just being a great comedic actress, but also a great dramatic actress as well. It's just great stuff all across the board with this film. A really good film, a really underrated little gem. If you have not seen The Skeleton Twins, definitely check it out. It's definitely worth a watch. Definitely check out The Skeleton Twins. And thus, with all that said, we wrap up another episode of Time About the Movies. And the next time we meet, we have a pretty good slate overall. We are finally getting to that point where the studios are putting out the movies they believe in. And, yeah, 3 of the 4 films that we have are definitely films that the studios do indeed believe in, because we have The Maze Runner, which is probably outside of the Hunger Games, probably the best young adult adaptation we've had come out around this time. But we also have Liam Neeson in a very underrated crime thriller, A Walk Among the Tombstones, a star-studded cast in Sean Levy's This Is Where I Leave You, and then there's Kevin Smith with his WTF-ness that is Tusk with Justin Long in it. And, yeah, if you don't know this movie, brace yourself, because it's a doozy. So, yeah, we will take a look at all 4 of those movies next time around. But, with all that said, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please go ahead and do me the honors of hitting that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification button. Also, don't forget to check out our playlist, and don't forget to check out the previous episode we did. With all that said, whether it's in the past, the present, or the future, I will see you at the movies. Take care.